Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's finale of Season 8 for Division 2, aka the Tuesday Division. My name is Herman the German, and we are gonna talk about all things season finale, as we have already crowned the Drivers' Championship after last week's Monaco Grand Prix, but the Constructors' Championship and some positions inside of that as well as the drivers are still up for grabs. So if you want to have some personal bragging rights going into the next season, this is your time to do it. We are going to be looking at our race information graphic about previous action at the Park Circuit. I can see that the track map is not correct on this one. Yeah. We'll look at that soon. Yeah, we got a 5.2 kilometer track, obviously shortened after straight landing some corners. And yeah, I think overall travel time also got decreased because some corners got wider, and that made probably the line also shorter. There's 14 turns now instead of 16. Truckster holds the lap record set in his Red Bull in season 7. That is for Division 2, so only last time out. Pole also went to the Truckster, 31.1. Quincy got the drive of the day, also won the race, was very important. Chance to keep him alive in the championship, as that was the finale as well. Missed out by 1 point. Race Chase took second, Rowley third. Pleasant Snake's fourth was enough to clinch the title, and then he retired. So yeah, after Uj pipping Rowley already last time out, we have a new champion for the third time in a row, and Energetic took that 5th place in the Mercedes. And we're going to be looking at the track map, the right one. 4 DS zones, 2 detection points, so that there's not so much time to get out of the zones ahead. The good thing is, if you fancy overtaking into turn 1 and you can get away with that extra DRS boost, you're gonna be off good. But turn 1 is not an overtaking opportunity. They really need to tighten that corner down, or for me, honestly, especially with these new regs in real life, just remove some of these zones, because it's not helping. They need to start thinking outside of the box, but this is a bit too long for a personal topic here. So yeah, first sector is basically the technical one, you can say, where you have turn 3 is very difficult to get right with the braking, and 4 also you can't really touch the curb on the inside and on the outside. And if you need more proof for that, despite this being the end of the ground effect era cars, PRC showed that, so yeah, don't do that. Exit of 5 is on this game now tighter, so there's less of a lenient way towards the wall. So if you haven't raced since the 2024 game on this one, there's gonna be a sudden surprise, and people have already had heavy hits there. And this track was also the one of the ones that were lighter scanned going into this game. Then quickly the revamped turn 6, 7. Yeah, I said the meme. Thank you very much. Enjoy that. Where it got way wider and you could really push on, but the track limits at the exit are very tough. So yeah, that's also the most important corner to get right, because it's gonna be your building of speed towards what's going to be the chicane of 9 and 10, because it's a flat out section, and you're going to be moving into 9 and 10 there. And that's obviously just a flat out fast section, what we call sector 2 these days. And then we move into the last bit of DRS with a very nice remodeled turn 11. Way sharper braking zone, makes more sense, is even better than before. You can run wide on the exit curb. It's just fun for racing. Turn 12 still tricky. Curb on the inside and on the outside, you can get track limit warnings. And 13 and 14 remain nuisances. Inside curb is so annoying to hit, and the medium speed nature of turn 14, you always try to get early upshift, but the car's not really there. If you have worn tires, then you're just gonna run wide. The wall is also close. Yeah, and then you just round off the lap. So yeah, we're gonna be. I need to check something. Is Quincy away or something? Don't know what's happening there. Okay, we will move on to the race result from last time out. I was correct. If you watch the VOD, you could see that I was calling a surprise winner, and I was Nocebo taking his first and only win inside of the season as a reserve for McLaren. Big points for them. We'll come on to that later. Kvachka and Uj topped off the podium. Uj beating Rolly, who was not finishing the race after a collision with Rendog, and Nocebo up the hill into turn 2 was confirmed winner of that race. Confirmed winner of that race. No, confirmed champion already before lap 1, let alone sector 1 has ended. And you can see big gaps because plenty of guys had extra pit stops. And there was a red flag as well. So I have 5 stops for Takangino, still made him finish 4th. Kept the chances for the constructors title alive. Takangino in front of Core, and then we had Jamaican Jam, Falco Warrior, Quincy, and Ducato, the only other finishers. T-Burn did not finish after kind of rage quitting. Had a collision with Quincy at the exit of the tunnel, to be honest, on his own, in my opinion. Salvi did not finish, crashed out. Ibo, Devsy, Rolly, and Rendog. As I said, multiple crashes early on, and there was no way to avoid Rolly at that stage. So let me check something. UJ is your confirmed champion, so I had to check something because the lobby was not up and we're gonna be running tight on time. Well, there's 1 point out of Kovacic. It could be a Ferrari 1-2, which would be extremely surprising, judging by how Rolly has at least 2 wins to his names, but also out of the last 4 races, Kovacic has been on the podium 4 times, so there is plenty to get wrong about, and Rolly should make the best efforts to not be 2022 Ferrari in that case. T-Brand's not going to be racing, so 4th at max. Takangino and also Rendog, Salvi, they are still in that hunt for that position above, so I hope something happens there, especially for my prediction. Salvi to 3rd would be nice. It's a big point swing. Kovachka not finishing, Salvi at least 2nd. Don't know if that's going to be happening. Benchot 8th, same on points with Jamaican Jam. Let's see if Kwon can get into the mix. Skizzola after that P5 in Monaco. Back again in front of his teammate Krankjork, then ADS. Very disappointing season. Devsy, Ibo, Matt the Tank, Fagora, and John Regazzoni, but he hasn't raced since the Canadian Grand Prix. And we're gonna move to the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari lead by 56 points. Wait, how is this still a conversation then? You can't get more than that. Am I stupid? Wait, are these the correct standings? Yeah, I got the correct standings. Yeah, so I guess I was fooled by the wrong channel. 56 points is not gettable. Yeah, Quincy didn't update the right chat. Anyway, so Ferrari Constructors Champion before this race. I think I also mentioned that last week, so maybe the math wasn't off. 30 points gap to third from Aston Martin. Then it's still 5 with Williams. Red Bull against Haas and Sauber. And McLaren, Alpine, and Racing Bulls just taking a couple of points instead of the last couple of races. So, yeah, Ferrari can make it a 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship, which would be very surprising to say the least. I think I'm gonna put this here tonight. Maybe the other way around. 5-minute delay, it was announced. Still waiting for that invite. And we are good to go. Yeah, we're gonna take some time to fill something. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at some stats for you. We have Ibo taking all of the 9 races in this season, Jamaican Jam as well as Rendok. Dempsey took all of the starts so far, as well as Salvi. And Korn only missed 1. Skid Solo is on 9 appearances as well. Crankcock 8, UJ 9. Helped him obviously with the championship. Takangino 9 as well. Big ones. 2 wins Rolly, 2 wins UJ, 1 for Nocibo, 1 for Rendok, and 3 for T-Brand. And despite that, he's not even in the top 3. That shows you how much upset there is if you don't perform consistently. 3 podiums to Kovachka. Rendok 3, there's 4 for T-Brand, there's 2 for Salvi, there's 1 for Mr. Benshot, his first one, as well for Quan 1. Then we had also Takangino's first one. Nocibo with that win. Rolly has 5 and 6 go to UJ, which makes him, obviously much more of a champion there. So consistency is rewarded. Fastest laps went to ADS twice, Falco Warrior once. Not surprising, T-Brand and Quan 1. UJ 1, Rolly 2, Verstappen 1. And pole positions 2 T-Brand, Salvi 1, ADS 1. That's only 4. 5 for Verstappen. Yeah, I'm missing some, but I think T-Brand has 1 more than that as well, so not super surprised. Let's see. Highest individual finish that is probably gonna be beaten. T-Brand can still move to 7th. Salvi can still stay in 7th. Fifth for Kovačka is currently very likely to be beaten, so good on him. Rowley 8th, currently on the way to be beaten. Kshankyok, Skid Solo, Uj, all better. Takajino also better than that. Ibo sadly not. Rendok is up the order, that's good. Metatank is in the same spot around 15. Quan is also higher, so most of these guys have taken bigger leaps. And we got highest constructor championship. It's already back-to-back Ferrari Constructors Championship titles. It's gonna be probably better for Randork. Kovačka is better. He took 4. No. He took 3 4th places in the constructors and has already now won one, so good on him. Skid Solo, Kshankyok, not gonna improve. Uj, big improvement, and Takajino's currently equaling his second place team finish from when I was racing with him in the old system where we only had one division. So I'm hoping we get this underway because I don't have any more stats for you as of right now, so and we're moving towards the first qualifying session out of 3 for tonight. It's a packed field. 20 drivers are here, and we're gonna be maybe should write down what position is interesting in. So let's look. 30 points. Mercedes versus Williams, and then Red Bull versus Haas versus Sauber. And I'm gonna write down the points. Because I don't have any more screens for that. And for drivers, let's go with Rowley 112, Kovačka 111. T1 is out, but I put him down. Tarkangino 103, and then we have Salvi for 96. Bench shots and 68 with Jamaican Jam. Sauber and Teen internal. I don't know. You can put Q1. Okay, I think that's most important things covered. And we got the first quali session underway. Bottom 5 get eliminated. And there's probably rain in the race. Thank you for spoiling that info. Fine. Shouldn't have looked, I guess. Anyway. Now I want a refund as well. Alright, plenty of drivers out there. And maybe some weather coming into the mix soon. Somewhat of a home race for... Who was in New Zealand? Devsey. Sergeant Devsey is from New Zealand. I have no fucking clue what the timing zone is. I'm just gonna look it up. It's 8:42 in the morning. What? This must be shift work, no? Damn. Ducato is way ahead. Who's that Ferrari? Not on the flyer. Yeah, I think Ducato is the first one to set a lap time. Both of the recaps already on the laps. Toby as a reserve back here for this final one. Quincy, as you can hear, is not in the com box. Once again, the Jimmy, and he will be disqualified from our preseason prediction. I can tell you it didn't go well either way, so... First lap time for the V-Cup on the board. Has struggled with pace so far inside of the season as a new racer with us. Toby has invalidated a lap time, so it means we're going to be... Oh, we're not going to be jumping to Ren Dog because he also has invalidated the time. Where's that second? There's Desi. Not valid as well. What's going on with these guys here at the start? Met the tank. Over the line. First lap time on the board. Can he beat him? Yes, by 1.1 seconds. Nosiba outlap. Who's that Red Bull? That's also an outlap for ADS. Then we got Falco Warrior. Lost his wing completely. Then Kovačka. Which 7 people were out on laps to finish them. Okay. Contender for second place in the Drivers' Championship, making it the most dominant Constructor World Championship win inside of the Tuesday division. Goes 3 tenths only out of Matt the Tank, which I find surprising, judging by the pace difference inside of the season. Cranker goes to 3rd as there's a Williams behind. That's Quincy starting off his lap. And Mr. Ben Short, who has been absent because of an injury last time out, yeah, got himself onto the board. No, he didn't. There was an invalidation. Outlap. Then let's go to Sibo. Two Turkish drivers taking wins inside of this season. Rowley first and third race, and Sibo took the win in Monaco last time out, as he's been now crossing line to go into first position in this first qualifying. And I think that's ADS over the line, who has been having a poor season. That's a banker. And we're gonna be... Oh, Jamaican Jam has crashed it! On the straight, how you do that? What the flipping F? How do you crash there? Kovačka is retired because he thinks he's through, that's fine. They are not on laps. None of them are, basically. Outlet Toby. Mr. Benshot was invalid. Silbo just started. Rendog just started as well. We're gonna stay with our newly crowned world champion. Quincy moved himself into 5th position. Still some miles behind the opposition. Could also be a banker lap. Ferrari goes over the line now, toe-to-toe with Nocebo. And gets there by 10th. Not too bad. And ADS over the line. Provisional first. Oh, well, he's first in this is Q1, so 5/10 on Nocebo. Not too bad, but ADS has shown qualifying pace more than anything else. No tire management, no consistency, nothing out of these things they are missing in his repertoire. It will slow around the final turn. Hopefully that doesn't distract Rendork, who is using that slipstream now from that customer team, and he goes to 2nd position. And there is still plenty of drivers who haven't even ventured out, including Takagino, but he is now. Also haven't seen any Quan so far. And we only have 9 people with a lap time after the first what? So many yellow flags, I can't see. They should just fix this. Why is this so hard? After the first half. The first half of the session. Wow. Toby to 6th, sorry. Ebo, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not interesting. Because your lap times are not gonna be there. Yeah, Jamaican Gen out makes basically moved Ebo, Desi and Ducato up a place. Because the rest is gonna be struggling here, I think. And not struggling to get into the next qualifying. Takagino I predict through, Quan I predict through, Mr. Benshot, Skid Solo, Rolly, we should all get through. Also Royal might be, yeah, both Alpines, Ibo and Ducato, as well as Jamaican Jam, who's already out, should be watching what they do on track. And we're gonna be watching that as well. Lap time comes in there from able to go 11th, is demoted to 12th. The FC goes way up the order than I thought. Salvia's invalidated. Matt the Tank goes again. Hopefully he didn't miss the memo this time about this being a full qualifying session, because that is already a 2nd tire, and yeah, that might be costly if he doesn't have anything left at the end. And you're gonna be, yeah, running out of good pace inside of Q2 if you make it there, which he currently has occupied a spot in. Takagino's is coming around the final turn. Falco Warrior goes to 4th. Excuse me? Alpine! What the flipping F is going on here? And let's go on board, if this lap is valid, yeah, with Quan to take you around the Albert Park circuit. 5th gear for the first turn. Get as wide as you can on exit, on the inside basically. Then move to the left hand side to this revamped turn. Way wider. The inside is way closer there with the wall. You can't really see it there. This curb you shouldn't touch. And then you just try to stay as close as you can. That is not a great spot by the Sauber. And then you just flick the car in. Try to have the center of your car over that curb. You could use some slipstream here. That's going to be helpful. Yeah, blasting down the straight. Use most of your battery, because there's only one final straight bit coming up. That is really important. He flicks the car in nicely. Bit of understeer there. The car was struggling for grip, but he made that work inside of that high-speed chicane. Coming into turn 11, one of the best overtaking opportunities. But he misses the mark completely. He's going to try to complete the lap. There's not much time left. Rodi goes to a provisional. He is going to the fastest time. This is no provisional pole position, as we're not inside of the final session yet. And Quan is one of the only drivers yet to set a time with Skid Soul, as most of the people now have finally set it in. Kwan goes to 13 with Mr. Benshot in 12 with his first time. Is only roughly 300s ahead. Matt the Tank abandoned his lap and Skid Solo is now out on track starting his one. Salvi went to 6th position, as Rolly is now the leader of the group ahead, and I'm surprised to see some people down here. Quincy 16th only. Ducato Ibo I kind of expect, but also the Saubers had better pace throughout the season, so they're there when people die inside of the races. Sorry, crash out. I always say when people say, oh, they're dead. Shouldn't use that maybe. Falkovara Dempsey, surprising pace. I mean, it's still, it's top of the midfield at the moment. Like, only a 10th behind Salvio has been posting good performances. I find this ERS strategy weird. You could use medium and just overtake, because now you're gonna. It's just like the clipping on the new cars, where after you use the overtake and you're still in none, you're gonna drop back on the top speed, because the power from the electrical engine is obviously running if you put it to medium, and then you're gonna be yeah, down on power. Skid Solo is to 14th. So Matt the Tank comes out again. Ducato's out on track with the top 17. Within basically 2 seconds after that, Ducato and Seibo really need to find something. UJ is out again. Not sure why. Seems safe to me. Knock-off time right now should be 19-1. I think I'm gonna call it 91. That's 4 tenths ahead of what currently is achieved. Okay, I'm gonna lower it. It's gonna be 19-0. So Kovačka could be out here. There's still plenty to be achieved. Don't think Ibo will move far ahead. What's with the voice today? Toby, ADS, Randor, Quincy, and Jamaican Jammer here. Always nice to see the boys inside of the voice chat. Matt the Tank is already on his lap. No, it's an invalid. Yeah. I think they should put like a red number. Put the text in red of the driver's invalidated lap time. So. More overview, more data for commentators, please. Ducato, let's go to him. On to the second straight here. That didn't look committed on the braking. Eased off quite early as here. Battery is kind of low already. UJ goes to 4th. As I said, seems unintelligent to do so. Sibo did use the tires 3 laps. Yeah, not sure. Second sector split is coming up. As he found something. 9 tenths. That's currently an improvement. But not in terms of position. Oh, it is. Sorry, it would be past Quincy for 17th. My math is off. Krankjörg not out on track. And there's been a stationary Alpine and high speed chicane. I can't see the time that is left because the game is stupid. 2 minutes. That's gonna be tight. Krankjörg is out. Got over the line. Goes to 16th, but he's out. He cannot improve past that. It's no time. Well, there's time to recharge. He could recharge if he has fuel left. Quincy needs to find at least 3 tenths, but my drop-off time would require 6 tenths, and he has them. I don't know why 5th, 6th, and 7th go out again. Weird choice. Don't think they're in any danger. Quincy finds himself going over. He's over. Same mistake as yesterday in the race. Poor season for Division 1. And now, bad rep for his Division 2 championship runner-up and championship taking seasons. He's in 15th, but can you see by how little it is? There's only so much need to be found. There's no recharge from Ducato. That is bad. That's off. Why didn't he recharge? My guy needs... Yeah, my guy is probably Oh! Big off by Crank York! He's out as well! No! And there's no improvement by Matt the Tank? Is there still time on the board for him to get over the line? It was already very little on time. What's the clock saying? Crank York disqualified. Is gonna be moved to 20th. There's a couple of 18 seconds left. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Matt the Tank missed the mark. He did. He cannot pick up another lap. And Quincy will be through because the bottom guys fucked it. I don't know why Falcon Warrior went out again to improve lap time. It's Q1. Like, what the flip? I'm sorry, man. You just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay, we got... just gonna put this here. Ducato had a chance. Should have recharged the battery, but bro was blinded by using Discord Lite, so don't use Discord Lite mode, guys, please. Thank you. Where's my mouse? Oh, here. That's why I... Mr. Ben shot. Tarantino went even to first. Mr. Ben shot to third. Not sure why are these guys doing this. Let's see if anyone... Yeah, Mr. Benshot burned all of his tires. Desi burned all of his tires. Falco Warrior burned all of his tires. Hey. Good job on burning all of your tires. Second qualifying format coming up. Eliminated from Q1. Ahmed the Tank. Ducato, Ibo, Jamaican Jam, and Crank York. Alright, second part. We're gonna see another 5 eliminated, and I'm surprised to see that both of the Alpines made it to this point. A lot of people darting out already. Maybe there's some rain imminent. Wait, I can check myself actually. No, I cannot. It doesn't show. Okay. Definitely lap data. I don't think tires is gonna be interesting. Yeah, plenty out already. So yeah, don't waste any time. Obviously, if you saved a lot of tires now, you can just take a banker lap on a used and then have more running later. And Alpine only used the tires for Q1, so obviously that isn't shown, but it usually feels like people burn through their tires. Of course, I missed the memo. Toby's gonna be the first driver out on track for flying lap with Quincy behind. I think that's Randog. Nosibe on an out lap. ADS maybe already on a push lap. Let's see. Toby would have been one of the guys who probably could have benefited from this new Division 2 the most. Yes, ADS is spun. Sadly, because of work and moving, he couldn't commit to a full-time seat. Let's see what the guy from Austria can do here. Find a corner on this first lap. 11:40 on the clock. Goes to be won, as you can imagine. Let's see if Quincy can beat this. No, but it's close. Very close. Randog over the line. Beats both of them by 4/10. Got Rolly next, who was one of the only drivers to venture into the 1:17 and does so again. Who's that? Haas, that's Salvi on an out lap. Then one of the Ferraris, that's Uche, goes to 5th. Elias Pitts, that's an invalidation for Tarkangino. And Devsy is on the medium. So that's Falco Warrior. They have a plan. They seemed so prepared. What's going on? What is going on here tonight? Just a reminder for you. This is the team in second last. P9. Best point scoring finishes. 8 points in both the Monza and the Monaco race. With 8 points. They scored in every race but the first one. Because like one crashed and the other one got disqualified because he didn't take the... He didn't take the drive-through penalties. I didn't serve them, sorry. Nosibe over the line next. Yeah, Desi 18-3 on a medium. Okay. And there goes Nosibo to P3. Salvi invalidation. Ay. Mr. Benchot. 44-4. No idea if that's quick or not. We're gonna find out. Randog against Rolly. That's still on. Against Kovachka as well. Wait, where's... Didn't put Randog down on the fucking thing. Over the line for Mr. Benchot. Goes to third. Rendok is on 101. Yeah. It's only 11 points. Roll is second, that's third, fourth, fifth, sixth. He's 6, but only 11 points behind P2. Get to hurry up, I guess. Medium tires for Falco Warrior. They could be looking at a double Q3 appearance. Especially on the medium tires. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? Very surprising. This is the team that took last season's 10th place as a team, with their individual performances being 17 and 18th as their, not only their finish position, but also their highest finishing order, because in season 6 they were not really active. So this is both from last season. Sally in validation here. Okay, I didn't check where the drop-off time was. Replay session. It's recording, but I can't replay the session. Okay. Can't really see the end of this. The drop-off time was 19:03. Takajino goes to 17-1. Huh? What's going on here? Okay, then I can maybe expect 18-7. 18-7 as drop off. Why these guys seem faster? Falco Warrior, 18-0 on the medium. Oh, what's going on here? 19. Okay, yeah, 18-7 is already off the board. 18-0? 7 tenths faster, maybe. My god. And Uj to third. 4 thousandths behind Rolly. ADS starting off his lap. That was very close already to track limits. Why is this suddenly so competitive? Like, I don't drive Australia that much. It's the season opener. And I've done 2 co-ops with people. One is 2 seasons old, one is 1 season. And we mostly skip Australia. It's always somehow in league racing a season finale. Invalidation by ADS. No lap time on the board after this one. Damn. Salvi had a bad lap and Kovačka in Q1 goes to an 18-6. Yeah, I think drop-off is gonna be what, 18-2, 18-1 maybe? My god. Kovačka retires in 11th. That's a weird call. Did he die into the pit lane, maybe? No. Huh. Doesn't seem like a good call, you know? Another one. Another charge lap there for Devsy. Toby goes fastest overall in the second sector. If it's purple on the track map. New best lap time. New best sector time. If you're inside the top 10. Looks planted, looks good. Oh. Leo, and too early on the throttle. That lap fell away. Let's see if it's any good still. Nope. Yeah. Sorry to say this, but you were a bit too eager. And you should short shift into third there. Out of the penultimate turn. Skid Solo and ADS without lap times with 2 minutes to go. And ADS just had his lap time. Is this the exit? There's not enough time. Does he have enough fuel? Let me check. 2.7. That's good. That's good still. That is gonna be wonky though. We had a 44-4 by Mr. Benshot earlier. After the second sector. What can Skid Solo do? 45-001. That's not gonna be good enough. Sibo goes into 17.9. That's way better off the clearance. Not sure if Toby has fuel left in the tank, if Devsy have something left. Korn is in the pit lane, probably no improvement. Sivy outlap. Should be good. Skid Solo. Final attempt, only attempt maybe. 18.5 still? Wow! That second sector was surely not it. But he found something. Gonna stay with ADS here. Because he's the only one without a time. And from the guys in the bottom 5, currently the biggest name. Well, Sivy. Sivy is the bigger name. Took 2 pole positions and is on the brink of elimination. Can he do it? Lap time is good. Doesn't invalidate it. Where can the sole remaining Red Bull go to? It's 6th position. Salvi behind. Starts his final lap. Skid Solo I think is through. Toby is in 10th. Quincy. Who has improved here? Mr. Benshot, I think. There's Devsy slowing down. Who improved by that much here? Because this seems now new mixed up. Quincy makes it invalid at the exit there. Toby's in the pit lane. No more time. Devsy seems to be done. Sivy is 2/10 down? Okay. Where is the big mistake, my guy? Randog retired, that's fine, should be through. Some Tarkin Gino pole position. Bro, don't go out again. Why are you going out? For what? Tarkin Gino pole would be crazy to think. Skid Solo definitely through. Kwon is on a lap. Made it out in time. Good for him. He needs 4/10. Improvement. By Mr. Benshot goes 2/10 ahead of Rendog. Okay, but he made it through. He gets that fresh tire. Oh! That's such a bad exit from Salvi! Can anything be salvaged? He's out! Salvi out! At Q2! The Italian youngster who had a blistering first debut season last time. Switched to a wheel this season. Took 2 podiums. Took twice to the podium. Where's my stats? Where is he? Twice on the podium. Is out in Q2. And Kwon has found 9/10. Hello? Possible top 5 coming up for Kwon. He is in 6, but he demotes Toby out of Q2. And Quincy doesn't even need this lap. But for the moral, for the boost, he puts it in 8th. Finds 2.5 tenths. And is a 10th behind Nocibo. What an exit by Salvi. Haas is only 15 and 16th after being 1 point behind Red Bull. And they still have one driver running. Toby is out. Couple of hundreds. In front of Desi. Kovačka, who made an early exit despite not having the lap time. And it kind of proved to be right. You needed to be at a basically 18.1. So kind of got it right at the second time correcting. Skizzola and Salvi. Wow. Not the qualifying I was expecting. Both Alpines so far up the order. I have no idea what to predict for the pole. Could be both Aston Martins going at it. My God. Does Uj have something in his backhand? Inside of his sleeve? Let it trick? I don't know. Come on, Mr. Shot. You can finish the race this time. Yeah, well, last time he wasn't even able to race, so... We're still not done with qualifying though, Whacking Beater. We need to get this qualifying over the line in the next 11 and something extended minutes. Because these 10 drivers are going for the final 10 positions, and obviously the best spot in the house. Who can start from pole position on a track where in league racing it's still easier to overtake, but the dirty air still kills your tires, and rear left side and front left are still annoying to manage. There are what, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to the left and 9 to the right, and most of the high speed ones are right hand side ones. A lot of force going through these tires at high speeds and extremely ideal temperatures, as there's basically nothing left of the big cloud cover from Q1. Randogger is gonna take us around the track for the first time in Q3. It's only really possible to do 2 to 3 laps depending on what you do with your fuel. It's possible to have 3 runs, because also the tires last longer a bit. Except Kwon, everyone is out. 2 are yet to start their flying lap here. Randog finds already a good time, looks clinical. Nice turn in. Exit curb not that much used. Late ERS here on the exit of 12. Battery deployment, would say, could be more ideal. But it's gonna be still something around the 15s, 17s, I imagine, and that's gonna be the case. Who is that? That's Quincy. 17-1 to 79. What What a gap. Takagino, what do you got? Show us your hand. Maybe used tire, don't know, could be. 75s, not bad. ADS, no invalidation, goes to P1, provisional pole position. There, I can finally say. So remaining Alpine is invalidated, the lap time is gonna be going again. And teammate to Takagino Rowley. Over the line. Half a second already. 16.6. What's UJ response? Championship in the bag. But he still wants probably a win to close out the season. Currently 7 thousandths of a second behind Rendog. Core next to start a lap. We're gonna stick with no Seaboy as he's about to come into the penultimate turn. Yes, still on in the corner. Weird choice. Extra wheel spin. And doesn't even use the battery fully. 75 still. For he himself is only a couple of thousand behind the next guy. Falco Warrior pushing on. What's with Kwon? He is inside of the first sector. What can the guy from Cyprus do? Doesn't use the full track width there. The outside line could be more utilized to open up the corner on the inside there. Uses most of this battery, 18.0. Should be banker lap time with some used tires, and Kwon has called it off. No initial lap time. Big gap at the front, but 40 thousandths of a second between the next 3 guys. 4 different constructors in the top 4. And we got only 3 teams bringing their full line up to Q3. Both Williamses are here as Kwon sets a 27.8. Both Mercedes and both Aston Martin are here. ADS is pushing on. That is the strategy I was talking about. If you have extra fuel, you can push again and then have a slow in lap and then just do one final lap. Well, you can't really have a slow in lap without the fuel. ADS onto the start finish line. Finds 2 tenths, sorry, is 3 behind. Slight improvement by Rowley. For 100th of a second faster. Overall, just over 3 ahead. The next guy. Victoria is probably coming into the pit lane. What's with Kwon? Sadly, I don't see the time right now. Kwon is committing to that lap. 5 minutes to go. Could be still enough. Lap is way shorter. Out lap is also good. Kwon stays in 9th. Is that Mr. Ben short behind? No, that's Rendog starting another lap. Yeah. Both Mercedes are on push now. We're gonna be watching. That's a weird spot to use the ES. Not so much gain there, I would argue. Not sure if he is already on a fresh tire. Ask him in Discord if he had any left. Denied that, so only one fresh set available now after reaching Q3. But there's plenty still to grab, especially against against Williams, who both are also here. T-Brand, probably the stronger driver currently than Quincy, but yeah, he's not here. Missed the 3rd race now out of 10. And wasn't in the hunt for the championship as we had predicted, both Quincy and I. So over the line, and that's Mr. Ben shot to 3rd position. 2nd row on the grid is currently locked out by Mercedes. Let's see what the response of his race-winning teammate is. And he doesn't find anything. That 800th of a second gap currently in between them is too big of a margin. 4/10 found by Quincy is not further up the order. What's with Tarkangino? Where's his lap time? 4/10 at least should be possible. Only one though. His Q2 lap was faster. His Q2 lap would put him currently where Rendog is in 4th. Not so sure. Is he gonna commit to this one? Surely not. Yeah. Too bad of a lap time. Final 2.5 minutes are on. And Tarkangino needs to hurry up. 2.5 minutes mean now getting pulled in. It's gonna be tight with him for sure. One of the last guys to go out. Nocebo's first over the line to start his final attempt, it seems. Quincy maybe in lap. Or maybe recharge lap, I should say. Mr. Benchot probably also recharge lap. No, actually. Pushing! Mr. Benchot is pushing. He has found 2/10 here. And there's the rollie off. Trying to get out of the way. I hope he's out of the way of whoever that is as well. Might be Quincy, might be Quan. Probably Quan. Mr. Benchot. Headways made inside of the season. First podium at race 4. Mercedes took a 1-3 there and cemented himself with a very good result. And then, yeah, that the highest scoring finish of any team until Monza 2 weeks ago, where Williams just claimed a 1-2 with Korn also scoring his first ever podium. Mr. Benchot over the line, goes to provisional pole position. 16-4. Are you kidding me? Where do you have that time from? Korn over the line, starting his final attempt. No Sebo. Oh, he's too eager on the throttle. Spins it around. No improvement. I think that's Tarkangino. Tarkangino, not sure if he can make it. Rollie is just starting. Who's next? Falco Warrior. Impressive qualifying performance inside of this 45-minute qualifying segment. 4/10 found. Can't improve. Past P9. Quincy goes to 6. Finds 3/10. Uj. Final attempt here would need an absolute banger of a lap. 7/10 we're talking. Lap is decent for 4th, but there was still plenty of ERS in the tank left. Tarkangino missed the flag. Tarkangino is not gonna improve on his lap time. Rendog is through as well. Mr. Benchot is through invalidated. Purpose sector time by Rollie. Who is that Williams? That's Quan, I think. Quan over the line. Goes to 7th. Good starting position for both of the Williams here. ADS needs a big lap. Hits the wall at the exit. Not ideal. Can he find something? Stays 3rd. Rollie over the line. Only man it seems to beat Mr. Benchot. He doesn't do it! He doesn't do it! That's the first pole position for Mr. Benchot. Oh my god! We have a new SSRL pole sitter and Mr. Benchot. Mercedes is on the front row. What the fuck? I take off my top hat. Rolly is beaten. ADS finds a time that it's good enough for 16-8. And it was so close. It was so close. It's 3 minutes away from starting. I didn't expect that. That was so good. Pole position. By a 10th. Nosibo disappointing. Only 9th. Takengino 8th. Poor. Push too much. First lap time they had was only good enough for back end of the field, so for what is obviously the far end of the top 10, but yeah, what can we see? Now we have some rain in the air. See what the forecast says. Can't see anything so far. It's really on. It's really on. Just gonna take a quick moment to have a toilet break. Wow. Championships are done, but people still surprised. 72 chance. 72% chance of rain. Oh! I'm surprised. I don't know obviously when the rain comes. Oh, it just got up by 2%. So, bench shot medium. That maybe seems like the better option. Looks like an early rain. Quincy medium, Toby, Desi, Skid Solo, Salvi, Ibo, Jamaican Jam, Shankirk, all medium. So yeah, let's see. I'm interested. Reminder for you. It's Mercedes against Williams for third. It's Red Bull, Haas and Sauber for fifth. Rolly in second against Kovachka in third. Against Tibran in fourth, who's not here, but I still have to include. Tarkingino in fifth. Rendog in sixth and Salvi in seventh are still all within each other's grasp. And there's also Jamaican Jam against Mr. Benchot, so 19th against first on equal points. And Korn in 7th on 62, so that's yeah, there or thereabout. Let's see where this race takes us. And forgive me if I don't catch everything, because full grids must make it tough. I feel like there could be so much going on here, especially with the weather. Last cars are about to line up. And Kovačka fucked the parking. We're gonna go to 5 red lights for the finale of Season 8. And the red lights are off the gantry. And it's Rolly against Mr. Benchot at the front. Uj on the inside of ADS takes third away from the Red Bull driver as both of the Williams squabble for position, and Quincy's into 4th. Great start by the Season 6 champion. Tarkingino trying to get around ADS as well. And Korn is down to 13th. So much is happening. Big offs there for multiple people. Ducato down to 16th. Kovačka goes by on Toby into 8th. And the top 2 have already kind of ran away with it. No Sibo down a position as well. Tarkingino way better off from his starting position. The Alpines have lost a bit. Tarkingino goes again and he's through on ADS. Mr. Benchot just extends his lead. They are using the battery like crazy. And an early check on the little ERS. Oh, and the UJ is off. Quincy goes to 3rd. Quincy goes to 3rd. That looked like a spin by Rolly because the car was so sideways. Salvi in 11th. Locks up the front tires. Forecast increases 77%. Fastest lap is set by your pole position holder and sitter. And the top 5 have 1.2 second gaps. The usual Australian GP experience, I would say. And Kovačka is through on Toby once again. Drops further down the order after a mistake. Not sure if he has damage. No, doesn't look like it. Goes extremely deep, opens maybe the door for the Alpine behind. Doesn't look like it. Rain chance is increasing. Medium tires look like the best shot for now. Who has actually made them work? Quincy the most. So Mr. Benchot obviously used that to move ahead as well. Oh, big overspeed by Toby. Can he get by? Oh, no Sibo. Yes, he can. Was kind of scared to commit to that, I thought. And Falco Roy goes through as well. And there's a spin! Spin at the back! Skid solos round. Skid solos round. Not sure if anyone was hit there as well. Doesn't seem like it. There's lots and lots of fighting going on. Elias losing out to Kovačka. Is there already rain on the track? No. 83% chance. Oh, Elias just joined. He had a disconnect, it seemed. That is obviously very unfortunate. Not only for him, but for everyone driving around him. He can't really do anything. Still 8th, I guess. It's not too bad. And no big crash. Oh, Salvi goes deep. Salvi is deep. Toby is deep as well. Toby is deep as well. All of the good qualifying. Oh no, he's blocking his teammate. Oh, you lost the wing. You don't want to see this. Teammates going at it. This is the one, Mr. Todd. Yeah. And he's on a preferred tire strategy because there's rain imminent. Probably in the next, I would say, 5 laps. We're gonna be having either rain or already inters. Salvi is trying to make his way through. Kovačka is putting Randog under pressure. And UJ is with Quincy. On that hard tire. Another spin. Ibo goes down. Both of the Saubers are at the back again. They don't need that. They need points. And there's a spin by Ibo. To the wall. Could be virtual safety car if he can't move it. Standing too long isn't enjoyable the game. This is not a standing sport, I would say. Coin goes by on Jamaican Jam. We had another mistake, it seemed. Oh my god! Chunk, your closing speed is off the world. As the two Dutchies in Ducato and Chunker go by in the 18th position. Hold on, there's the rain! First raindrops! That might be an off track. 83% chance of rain, and it's already here by lap 4. All of these hard runners won't enjoy that. Because they're probably lost out. And some of them went to hards now. That could be absolutely disastrous. Why didn't they wait? No one should jump the gun here. Mediums should be good. Maybe this is a long period. We don't know. Sometimes the transition phase really lasts long, and Randog is off. Is it already that slippery? I can't really tell. I don't think. Oh my, yeah, that's a commitment to the pit lane. He thinks that's already too wet. So he gets a 3-second time penalty already. What are you doing to those check limits? DS is still active with ADS, who's behind him. Oh, he's sliding into turn 3. Goes completely off. And the Italian guy stays ahead. And Rolly is with Mr. Benshot. And I can see this turning into a war inside of the rain. Chances. Oh, my bad, sorry. DS is disabled. Might be the right call already by Mr. Rendok, Desi, Matt, Quan, Jamaican Jam, Krankok, Falkovoy and Ducato. But they were so far back. Doubt there will be any significant improvement to their position now. But let's see. The hard wasn't the right choice, and Mr. Benshot goes off. And there's big damage. There is Rolly there for the chance to take the lead of the race. They're going at... Oh, there's a virtual. There's a virtual because of Falco Warrior. And he's retired on track. That's something you don't do. So maybe now it's going to be safety car. It's definitely a cheap pit stop for everyone at the front. That's the worst timing for everyone who was at the back. What the... Red flag! We got a red flag! I was just looking at where the flipping F... The Ferrari was going in the pit lane. We got a second red flag after last week in Monaco. Sadly, we're gonna see the loading screen now as spectators. We can't see what the drivers are doing. We're gonna have to find out, but it's probably intermediates now. Let's see what happens. And also that shortens the race by 2 laps, so every cleanup period of no rain is gonna come sooner now. So there could be, if there's a decrease. It's a full lobby black screen again. Came back, good. It's loading on my end. Does this mean I drowned in my cockpit? Evo with some humor. People are now gonna choose their Starting tire for this restart, and it's... Salvi didn't change the tire! Is it gonna dry up so fast? What's going on here? Salvi with a massive blunder, and no one is getting away! 10-second time penalty for Tarkingino for causing a collision with Quincy. The race lead stays with Mr. Benchot by UJ. Is at the back of Rowley. There's Kwon also going 2 positions up, I think. Devsy has also time penalty for gaining 2 positions. Was everyone asleep at the start? Sorry, restart. Jamaican Jam is into 11th all of a sudden. Why is Salvi not on a flipping Inter? This is Albert Park drift for him now. And there's damage. And there's a yellow. There's a yellow. UJ on the back of Rowley. Pure straight line speed is obviously the key now to get a position on these guys. As Matt the Tank goes by on 80 has to take 7th. That was, I don't know if that was a necessary fight back there. The rain forecast says it's still 84% chance, so still plenty of running to be done. Quincy is 19th. What happened? Quincy is down to 19th. He was 3rd as the safety car came out. The virtual safety car, and he went into the pit lane. There's a blue flag. Why is there a blue flag? Is Quincy what is going on here? There's so much carnage. Randog 11th. Toby definitely no Sibo fighting it out. Inside line for the Turkish McLaren driver. Reserve driver, I should add. Ibo and Salvi into the pit lane. There's a 10-second speeding for Ibo as well. This race just got turned on its head. Full wets for Ibo. Don't do that in this game. Wow, top 3 are very close together. Mr. Benchot is basically shoved on by Rowley and gets the call to hurry up with that 07 rookie helmet. And there is Mr. Benchot into the gravel trap. Drops on 1st to 4th. Rowley leads the race. Lewis Hamilton 07 rookie helmet, I wanted to say before he went into the gravel. Quincy is lapped on my screen, but I think he's in... Is he in 3rd? He might be in 3rd, but the game doesn't think so. Well, he just gained over 10 seconds on Salvi, so... The game think he is... That must be a bug. Sadly, on the last day of the season. Does he have blue flags? From Kovačka. Yeah. Quincy got scanned by the game with the red flag. So he needs to drive faster than Kovačka to not... Yeah, well, he's getting the blue flag consistently, so... Probably penalty. But he's running in 3rd, you can see it. Kovačka is right there behind. That's unlucky. Bad game. Oh, spin by Ducato. Safety car! Safety car! Safety car! Ducato spins and brings out the safety car. Let's hope the game can fix itself. I think because it's Quincy in as the race leader. Yeah, now he's fucked because because if you are left behind the safety car, then it's not gonna reset properly. New inters for Tarkingino. Is there a front wing change maybe? Doesn't look like it. Ah, that's so bad for Quincy. Yikes. Ay, ay, ay. Forecast hasn't shown anything in terms of clearing up, so yeah, Quincy is just drive-through penalty for Salvi. His day gets even worse. I was like, I'm just putting some notes. There's barely any time for this inside of such a race. Yeah, Quincy got absolutely screwed because he had the pace to get away from Kovachka, so I don't know what's the plan here now. Because he also can't unlap, so even if he passes everyone on track by pace, there's the next safety car. He can only unlap himself for the game if he's ahead by the safety car. So he kind of needs everyone to move out of the way now. But that's not gonna be happening, so... Because if you are lapped but ahead of the leader, then you can unlap. It's not possible in any other way. Rendog pits. Some people have their laps, their tires on for 11 laps already, so... Full weights? It doesn't say it's full weight rain, and to be honest... It also doesn't look like it. There's still this line you can see here. Where Rolly is driving, so bad call. Also the wet is bad in this game. This could open up. Well, what? Yeah, well, Kuan is in 5th, and Mr. Benchot in 4th, so... Wait, what's the gap? Mercedes against Williams. 19 points. Let me check. Safety goes in this lap as well. So it's 185 to Williams 167. So that's a 18-point gap. Ah, that's tough, especially with Quincy technically being in a correct position. Old Inters for ADS, no Sibo, Toby, so that's gonna be interesting. Savvy drive-through penalty. This race is not even halfway done. We lost 2 laps and still it's carnage. Only can hope for Quincy to now drive away. And then be in front and unlap himself for the game to be recognized. Because he's legit in 3rd position, but it's gonna cause more trouble, and now the restart is underway. Because he is getting consistently blue flags now into turn 1 already, as you can see in the back there. He needs to outdrive Kovachka, which wasn't too bad before. Also Kovachka wants to obviously get away from the rest. And Jamaican Jam is into 7th, goes very deep, but makes it stick. Both of the Red Bulls are in the fight with Haas and Sauber. They're leading Haas by 1 point and Sauber by 17. So Sibo makes it by on Shankyork. Both of the Saubers have points, but only one of the Haas has points, and there's the 10-second time penalty for Quincy, because he's ignoring blue flags, which he isn't really. This is 4th position, no fault on his own. Gets out of the way though, has damaged his left-hand side inplate as well. Kovachka missed a turn. Now Mr. Benshot is through as well. Let's Kwon through. Oh, he spins! Kwon spins and they hit each other! And the Jamaican Jam is on the outside! There's a 10-second time penalty now for Kwon as well! And it all goes to shit for Williams in one corner! Kwon is down to 18th after that one! By locking up and going into 11. Toby gets a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. As Uj, and there's his 10-second speeding for Quincy as he retires. Yeah, makes sense. What a shit show. What a weird crash. Now we're back to we're lap 15. I put lap 16 down for Rendog's pit stop. What? Huh? Kenji is by on Toby, Sibo gets by on ADS, has a 30-second time penalty for Skid Solo in 12. Side by side Red Bull against McLaren. Something we've already seen inside of the real F1 season, as Max Verstappen and Norris battled it out. Oh, what's going on there? Top 2 so close together. 3 and 4 also very closely matched as of right now. Matt the Tank in a strong 6th position. But there's a dive from Nocebo. Is there space for ADS? Almost 3 wide out of 11. But they sort themselves out. What's with the rain? 87% still. Esports ready game, Quincy says. Yeah, I have observed the happenings to you. Also funny that you let your teammate by. Oh no! That was so close. You let your teammate by and then he just spins. And it goes into the pit lane. As Salvi saved even his drive-through penalty? Yes. No, Seaboy is on his way to try to get away from Matt the Tank and ADS. But he is currently still pursued by them. Shangok is there as well. Tarkin Gino is there as well. Very nice racing. Top two have completely vanished up the front, and there's now Mr. Benchot and Kovachka, the next guys, but they're 6 seconds already behind us. Jamaican Jam is suddenly a lonely 5th position. He is gonna be needing a good result. Yes, ADS goes by again on Matt the Tank. Tarkin Gino still in pursuit. Nocibo had a bit of breathing room down that straight with no DS assistance. You can really, get the benefit if you have a higher downforce setup out of the corners, because you're gonna be more stable. There's big damage to Toby as he is chased down by Skid Solo, and we got Devsy chasing them as well. Quan is 15th now after that absolutely horrendous crash. Top two fighting again. Uj is with Tarkin Gino. With Rolly, and Tarkin Gino is with Skid Solo with Crankork there in the fight for 9th. Still plenty of fights to go with over 13 laps. 12 and a half basically. Can Uj get another win inside of the season? Is there another podium for Kovachka in this? 4 out of the last 5 if he achieves this. And Mr. Benchot, after that qualifying performance, is looking for that final podium inside of the year. Has only joined the league at the start of this season. Absolute rookie, and puts it on pole for the last race. But the racing has died down a bit. Salvi is in pursuit of Rendog, who's in 16th. Really the opposite ends they wanted to find themselves, because these are technically fighting for a good spot in the drivers individual championship. But currently 16th and 17th is 0 points worth, so nothing really to get by on here as Rendog completely runs wide. Can't really do anything. The Salvi that is... Oh, is there a spin by Nocibo? No, that was just looking so close. Is there more to come? Skid Solo is leading this. Pull Tobi's job back. Yeah, big wing damage. That's basically an old flap of the 1970s first iteration of a front wing. Mr. Benchot in pursuit of Kovachka. They're still going at it. Uj has lost a bit of touch to Kovachka. There is no real chance of a fight. And Jamaican Jam is dropping back massively. Nocibo and ADS have more pace than the guy in 5th currently, so he's gonna be absolutely crucial to find something here. Can you... Oh, that's extremely wide and over the curbs. That is certainly a warning there. Nocibo may be on his final warning there. Can he keep it on track? Tarkin Gino trying to pursue 9th. Can he make a move? He uses all of his battery. Oh, that's so slippery out of the slipstream. There's front wing damage even to Crankork, so heads off in this old Dutch duel, as there's a yellow for, I think, Rendog briefly. Back to this. Tarkin Gino inside. Can he get by? Try to stop it in time. Looks good. Takes 9th. Send it, I would say. As the gap to Jamaican Jam has come down to what is now gonna be a proper dogfight for 5th, I can imagine. Yes, usage not too great. And he's very cautious on the acceleration. He should drive it more like karting, I would say. Especially this game. But I'm no expert. Oh, what's going on here? Devsy? Oh! Skid Solo! Another big hit to his front wing. Looks like Toby's now. Copy and paste it onto the V-carb. Not sure if something happened there. What's with the tires, by the way? 18 laps for Toby. No Seabull. We got higher rain coming in, so 88% chance here, it says, so red flags, but they don't change front wings. I can give you from Quincy. Unmute in the com box, I mean. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen it. No, I'm unmuted if you want to. Ah, there he is. Hello.
Hello. I just wanted to say, what an esports ready game this is.
Oh, Salvi is just going completely off-roading here into the 910 chicane. That was some Bottas lawn mowing experience, even though it was the Austria that you sometimes confuse with the Australia. So yeah, very big cutting job there from Salvi, who has an absolute miserable race with that driver penalty and that very weird strategy on the red flag restart, with the only one being sticking to the medium. So yeah, we're going to see the lapping of Ibo in a couple of moments time. Blue flag there for the McLaren, gets out of the way. 12-second gap to third and fourth there already. So Kovachka and Mr. Benchot have been left in their own little strap for the final place on the podium, as Rolly and Uj are in the class of their own. Which you can...
Retirement incoming, I'm guessing?
Sorry?
From Rendok? Retirement incoming from Rendok, I'm guessing?
Yeah, the wets are not in this game. See? And he does so. Retirement on the final race, so that fight for second position is obviously off the board now, as all the other guys have kept it rather reasonable in shape. Nosibo and ADS go for another round. Outside line there for the Red Bull, can't really make it by. Inside isn't really opening up. That fighting obviously gives some breathing space to Jamaican Jam, as he's been consistently reeled in by these two. Big points on the table for Red Bull. Could jump further away from Haas and Sauber, who they're currently outscoring massively, despite Matt the Tank's best individual performance inside of the season, and 8th currently. Chased down by Targentino. It was looking like he was gonna be a top fighter for pole position early on, but couldn't repeat that Q2 success. Is there anything else for ADS here? Needs to play the patient game. Don't think anything much other than Nosibo and his teammate ahead are in this with the remaining laps left. So 5th at max. There's a fight at backside against Ducato. Outside line for the Haas goes extremely deep. Tarkangino gets a 3-second time penalty. Worst timing, and Salvi is also off the road. Not the race he would have wanted. And currently much more of what he probably personally would have predicted after switching to that wheel. He's been now occupying for. Rolly is going away with it. Crucial time now. 2.2 seconds. At this stage, that's gonna be tough.
Oh,
ADS!
ADS,
And Nosibo. That's off in turn 11. And that's a big hit probably for both of them. So Takajino met the tank. They are through. Maybe they shot the tires now. 20 lap old intermediates. Can't imagine them feeling pretty at the moment. See if anyone shreds the tires before the end. Not impossible.
It was a good move from ADS there, but I think he went a little bit deep into the braking zone in an attempt to overtake, unfortunately.
One into the pit lane, serving another 10-second time penalty if he wishes. After that incident of review earlier on. Mr. Benchot still in the pursuit of Kovachka. And
Jamaican Jam hits the wall.
Despite the damage, now back with ADS. Jamaican Jam has gotten more breathing room after this, because Matt the Tank to 6. What a race from him. 10 positions up the order, and tire-wise should be good until the end. UJ has found another 2 to 3 tenths inside of the last lap. Any imminent attacks coming? Don't see anything, especially the long back straight at the far back end of the the lake this track is built around. So yeah, let's see if anything happens. That another penalty for Krangok. Nothing too major, but wouldn't help at this stage. Toby is close to death. See, for a moment there, drops back. Cannot do anything. Patience game really at the moment. Battery not really high for Mr. Benchot, trying to stay with the Ferrari ahead. Ferrari ahead has lost some time now. And Tark and Gio in pursuit of Matt the Tank. 3-second time penalty could bite him if he doesn't have the pace to overtake and then get away. But good drive so far from the Haas driver, way better than his more successful teammate. This could mean Haas is definitely beating Sauber in the hunt for 6, as this was still 3 with fight for 5th. But with how Red Bull are currently doing, despite that recent crash from ADS and Nocebo, they're looking good to finish off on some bigger points. It was quite tricky throughout the season for them. Shout out also to Wickham Beater for following. Thank you, Mr. Ben Shot. Was cheered on by him. Currently in the hunt still for that final podium position. Got on the podium in Miami to make it a Mercedes 1-3. That's definitely off the cards. And yeah, more rain is now imminent. So we got moved to the heavy rain state, which yeah doesn't mean anything in this game. You should stick to the inters. Nothing is gained from switching to the forward tire, especially so late in the race. UJ still at that 2-second benchmark. Rolly has kept him honest. And yeah, you can see how the line on the track is now yeah basically flooded with water. So yeah, it's washing out, more standing water. And the inters are gonna struggle, but they're still the best tire. And as I said, tire offset by the wet isn't that great, so pitting now would only lose you everything you have. Always then moved by Mr. Benchot. He was looking like it. Should maybe recharge the battery to go for a final take in a couple of laps time. Targarino still with Matt the Tank, but the time penalty is 30. And Nocebo is catching up, so he's also currently benefiting from that. And he's bringing a long ADS again. Slipstreaming in the wet is obviously still good for your overlap time. And UJ has found 6/10. Was there a mistake by Rolly somewhere? 1.4 seconds only. Is this maybe a repeat of Mexico's? ADS takes a 3-second time penalty himself. Currently unaffected, but could have been benefiting from that Tarquin penalty. And since he's catching up with Nocebo, could be maybe even one position more. Now I think at max, if nothing happens in front of him, P8 possible. FC still with Krankjorg. Tobias dropped back because of the damage, but Salvius fighting that. And on the main straight, very rare overtaking opportunity. You see Take and Gino go by on Matt the Tank. Let's see if he can extend that. Let's look at the tires. 90 laps for the top 2, 24 for Nocebo ADS, 24 for Toby. So yeah, they are trying to go long. Doing almost... Wait, they're currently doing almost all of the race distance on the wet, but it wasn't... Oh! Jamaican Jam maybe? Big hit to the wall. Brief yellow flag. Oh yeah, that's damage. Damage, right hand side and plate. Just keep it on the track for another couple of laps. 24 laps of inters, despite us not having the inter from the inter conditions from lap 1, so yeah. And now there's a brawl. There's a brawl. Tarkin Gino, Matt the Tank, Nocebo and ADS for what is currently 6th position. But if Jamaican Champ drops in to the fangs of these guys, he's gonna be dropping like a stone to water, and he's losing. He was trying a different line there on Matt the Tank. Can he get a better exit? Oh, and that's a bad exit by ADS, so he's dropping back there. Brief yellow for Ibo. Front to have stabilized. Mr. Benchot, has he recharged the battery? Not really. Kovačka is way more comfortable with his battery management. And it's looking like he's gonna finish for the 4th time in the last 5 races on the podium to make it a 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. And there's a spin by Devsy, who has now lost touch with Toby. Salvi is through. And back with the Austrian for what's gonna be not an equal fight for 11, because Toby has 4 more seconds of time penalties. Takegino has gapped Matt the Tank. He can extend and maybe secure that place ahead with Jamaican Jam, because he is way faster and doesn't have damage. Mosibo close to the Haas as well. He's blinking away. Only a couple of laps left to make another position up here and then stay within the 3 seconds of Takegino ahead to claim 6th position. And strong yet meaningless points for McLaren, because they haven't been showing up with, firstly Johnny Regazzoni, who just only did 1 race, and then Ibo, who is always finishing but most of the times not in the points. And their total points tally has obviously been boosted by Sibo taking that surprising victory inside of last week in Monaco in front of both of the Ferraris. And he is very close now. Matt the Tank is currently holding up and is gaining, or is giving time to Takegino. He's not catching Jamaican Jam at this rate, but could be staying in 6th if it continues like this. And Uj is with Rolly, and Rolly is basically almost off the track in turn 14. 2 laps to go. This could be actually a repeat of Mexico. All of the battery is in play now for extra power. Uj is down by half, but obviously he doesn't know. And now, can he there are 3 people who needs to be lapped in the span of the next couple of corners, because they're gonna be interfering with that. Kwon is directly moving out of the way. There's a brief yellow for that. Don't you worry about it. And Sibo is fighting in with ADS. There is the next car that gets out of the way. And we can see that the Ferrari is in a hot pursuit of the Aston Martin to take another win. Couple of corners, and now we're into the 2nd sector of the penultimate lap. What's going on with Mr. Benchot? He has not really saved that battery. He is not looking good for an easy and clean pass, because he does know it, but there's more battery charge held on the Ferrari in front. And there's no easy passing with these corners in front of the straights. And Mr. Benchot gives him a 3-second time penalty. So late in the race. That's definitely 4 for him. And despite that season finale we had last time out in Division 1, I'm pretty sure there are no post-race penalties coming for any of these drivers. So I'm pretty sure this stays as it is in the game. Last lap is approaching very fast. Rolly is leading us onto the final lap, but there's only 4.5, 3.5 now, tenths of a gap between him and Uj. 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, confirmed if Rolly finishes like this, because he needed to lose to Kovačka by 2 points, so Skillian in 3rd. That isn't too bad. But he's 22 seconds behind the leader. And these 2 have been in the league on their own. So very surprising that it was even that close. Don't think Uj can mount a challenge. Salvi is by on Toby into turn 11. And has Krankdog in front of him. Matt has dropped down to 9th, sadly. Couldn't keep up the pace. So it's all over with another penalty. Is there a charge now? Uj trying to get by. 2.5, 1.5. Doesn't make it. Rolly ERS over double the amount of the chasing car behind. That would be a very desperate move to go for it from here. Doesn't do it. Just be patient. The tires are not going to be fun to drive anymore, but they're very durable on this track in the rain. But this doesn't look like it's going to be another win for Ferrari. There's another time penalty for Tarquin. Now it's certainly dropping back. Bad management there by the other Aston, but it's Rowley to take the final win of the season. But our champion is in second. Kovačka is at whopping 22.7 seconds behind that, as Mr. Benchot is now dropped back. Lap Ducato in 13th, Kwon 14th, and Skid Solo in 15th. Devsey and Ibo, the only guys to not score points. Kovačka with another podium. Great season. Breaks his own best record for an individual performance. Championship results. Mr. Benchot is through in 4th, but there's Tarquin right behind Jamaican Jam, but the 2 time penalties won't help the Dutchie. He's gonna be looking at his back, and with how Nocibo has clawed it back, he's gonna drop down. Jamaican Jam takes 5th position after a very, very nerve-wracking season. Nocibo, Tarquin, ADS then met the tank in 9th. Kranjok is chased down by Salvi. Are the equal for penalties? No, Salvi has 3 seconds more, so Kranjok takes 10th and probably also beats his teammate, as Toby is in 12th. And now we only wait for Sir Ibo, who's been lapped sadly and is 17th. Couple of corners to go for the McLaren man, as they finish, I think, in 8th at the end of this. Alpine outscored anyway, and VCARB, yeah, they haven't been showing up despite some of the points here for Toby and Ducato. Ibo over the line, all the guys to finish, and he makes sure he doesn't stand in the way of anyone. So yeah, very wet Australian GP to round off the season, as there's another podium for Rowley and the win. Uj on the podium as well, with both of the Ferraris who've been absolutely on it, despite not really being teammates at the start, with Uj taking the reserve role at the start. Rowley can celebrate because that was still a tough fight, but Kovačka and Uj can be very proud of what they achieved and make it back-to-back gold achievements basically for Ferrari, after ADS and Quincy have taken that inside of last season. 4th was Mr. Benchot. Good qualifying, but couldn't make anything out of it. Jamaica Jam, the complete opposite, went up 14 positions to finish in 5th. Nocibo 6th, Tarquin, then 8th goes to ADS. Matt the Tank 9th. Also, I think, personal best season finish of inside of this personal individual performance inside of the season. Tarquin, Kranjok, then Salvi, Toby, Ducato, Kwon, Skid Solo, Devsey, Ibo, then Randok retired, Quincy retired, and Falco Royer also retired. And that has been it. Let's see who is gonna be up for some. Probably Rowley. Don't think it's gonna be Uj or Kovačka. Maybe talk to Mr. Benchot after that quali lap, and Jamaican Jam for that incredible comeback from 19th. So gonna try to get these guys now into this channel. Rowley, if you can, then Mr. Benchot, Jamaican Jam, and let's go with, and maybe Salvi, just for banter. I guess. Alright, I'm gonna switch the scene. Good race, getting better, Mr. Jod, yeah. Indeed, Whacking Beetle, indeed. So I'm gonna give you this scene now. I need to have a sip on my glass. What? Yeah, soundcheck on Rolly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
I
hear
can
you.
hear you as well. Nice.
Yeah, I solved the issue.
What was it?
Turns out it was the VPN I'm using somehow blocks it. I'm using another one now, and it sends the sound now.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah. We think we can already start. Not sure if the other ones will even come on. So, yeah, let's speak to our race winner, and that's gonna be Rolly for the third time inside of the season. Yeah, you had a bit of a drought. We had some races where you were not really finishing inside of the positions we needed you to be open for a final championship fight. That has been closed out last time after your very early DNF, not even lasting 3 corners. Today you come back in a very difficult race where tires are crucial. You needed to keep them alive after the rain hit, and red flags, safety cars, you name it. You stayed on top. You had UJ in your pursuit all the time, but there was nothing he could do at the end. You take a third race win inside of the season and secure a second spot in the Drivers' Championship as well as in the Constructors. How do you feel after this one? And obviously, give me a quick summary of your season as well, please.
Thank you. I'm very happy, of course. It was a lot of fun with UJ. He kept me on my toes all race, to be honest. In quali, he wasn't showing that much of a pace. Maybe I don't know. Maybe something went wrong for him. But I was expecting it a little bit easier, to be honest. But he was all around my back all race. It was fun. He didn't do anything risky, just like he never did all season. We raced clean, and I'm happy that because there were certain few turns that I was definitely losing time to him, and it was risky, under the rain. But I somehow kept it on track, and it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously a bit of a season review. You started off strong, then a bit of a drought at the end there when it kind of mattered. Something not going away. Then good finale there basically, where you showed what you can do. You two were clearly the favorites in a sense after it established itself. So yeah, 22-second gap to the next car behind is quite a statement. So obviously, when going into a split like this, where we basically have removed every known quantity and put everyone that was kind of there and thereabout for most of the previous SSRL seasons, you get a very mixed up grid and obviously new contenders for the championship. Did you think that was possible from the start? And are you overall satisfied with the season, or a little bit disappointed?
To be honest with you, Herman, I was very much optimistic about the second part of the season, because the second part, the tracks were all the tracks that I was good at, or a few of them could be one of my best, such as this one, Japan. So I was more hopeful about it. If Quincy hears me, he can now tell people that he just made up this division for me to win, because he feels sorry for me that I haven't been able to get a title in my own league for 20 plus seasons. So I was hopeful that I was going to deliver, but the second half of the season just went unexpected in different ways. But at the end, I would be happier, obviously, if I was winning the title. I'm more disappointed. I thought Uji would give me a good fight. I was expecting, at least hoping to be able to come on top, but I was more confident, as I told you in one of my interviews. I was more confident about constructors, in fact, because I thought we were a stronger team. I still think so, to be honest. But we had too many unlucky races. And obviously, Oji and Kovatska gave a good and consistent fight throughout season. So the bigger disappointment for me is actually the constructors.
Okay.
The other one I was hoping, obviously, But yeah, somehow I just bottled it at the second half of the season. That's all.
Yeah. Also, scoring 2 points in Monza wasn't really helping the Aston Martin championship pursuit.
Exactly that one.
Yeah.
That one.
That's obviously interesting. Yeah, we have probably some couple of weeks of break now. Do you fancy your chances if this grid would go back to zero, start with another 10 or 12 races before we head into the 2026 DC, or do you think there's no more
I'm not
fire
sure.
for you in you?
I did the sign up, but I didn't mark the full time for now. So I'm going to see how it goes. If Quincy says that it will be better, again he gave me a clause last time that okay, I'm not going to force you to race each time, and I think I missed one or two. I'm not sure. I think I just missed one. So if I don't feel obliged, to race. I think I can at least race 6, 7 more in a 10 race season. I mean,
Okay.
so it's going to depend on how Quincy decides to organize the days, and also if he needs me to be full time. Of course, I'm not going to turn him down. That's all.
W statement. Okay, then.
That's what we like to hear. Thank
That's
you
what
very
we like
much.
to hear.
That's
Yeah,
what we
thank
like
you
to
very
hear.
much. Yeah, congrats on that final result, and obviously a very interesting fight with you throughout these races. And yeah, wishing all the best for next time, whenever that's gonna be the case. And I think I will be having a last chat now with Quincy. Obviously, you ditched me for the last 3 races in the com box, so this is gonna be your.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all both for the commentary. Sorry to interrupt, Herman.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Thank you for the league and the commentary all season.
No
Cheers.
I'll speak to
problem.
you soon. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Herman. Sorry.
Yeah, you're
your question
officially
again?
obviously then disqualified from this championship of the predictions. So this goes to me as a result. How do you still rate your overall performance before that shit bug happened in the red flag? You were comfortably running at the top, I would say. The medium tie, obviously a good choice before that rain hit. I'm surprised so many went for the hard at the start with that
Me too.
cloud cover. So yeah, overall performance increased from yesterday. Did you change anything major? Did you have some practice laps? And how do you enjoy that first part of the race at least?
I had zero practice again today. As you know, I was very late. Had to deal with some things with the children, but I changed my entire setup completely. I went with a setup provided to me by Alex ADS, and I ended up putting a 16.8 on the wings, which was a lot different to my 13.2 that I had yesterday. So because the rain was coming, I thought a higher downforce setup would be more advantageous. That's why I was a little bit on the edge in Q1 and Q2 because I was getting used to the higher wings and having to actually throw the car in. Midway through Q2, I changed my wheel rotation settings from 360 down to 320, and that
Okay.
improved performance a great amount because I just couldn't get the turn in for turn 4. I just didn't feel like the car was biting enough. So I also increased a little bit of force feedback to give me a little bit more heavy. I like my steering a little bit more heavy than people usually do. So with all of those little minute changes, when I went onto the mediums, I felt quite comfortable. I was doing quite well. And then the red flag kind of sort of ruined most the entire race because it put me a lap down,
Yeah.
and that obviously gave me blue flags, which then gave me penalties. And at the safety car restart, I just decided to let everybody go, and then Kwan unfortunately had an untimely spin, so I'm not sure if I was distracting him or whatnot, but sorry for his
Yeah.
downfall there. But yeah, I enjoyed the race up until that point. I think I don't know whether my pace is coming back or not, but I enjoyed today at least. I think I'm
That's
going to
good.
continue to
I
drive.
enjoyed
I think
yesterday as well.
so. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, obviously,
Right.
a more serious talk. By the way, if you just want to know, out of what's that? Out of 12 possible points for our preseason prediction, we both scored together 5. That's very good. thanks to mostly T-Brand and I guess Red Bull not showing up because they were very disappointing, just like we were. Yeah, bit more serious topic. Obviously, we're gonna go into a 2-week break. This game is obviously at the end of its lifeline, basically, but we're obviously not getting a full new release with the 2026 game being only a DLC to the current iteration. So that's probably scheduled for first or second week, probably 1st of June in a sense, with what we know of the current podium pass instead of the 2025 game. Give us a quick rundown of what is maybe to come to the future and what people can be expecting to see when this channel maybe goes live again in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, I will try my best to perform at least one division if possible, because looking at the numbers for the Monday division, it's kind of tanked completely. But as shown by today, we could still string together 20 people to come to a race for Division 2 when we need to. So the numbers for Division 2 really haven't gone below 14 or 15, I believe, over this particular season. So I feel like keeping this one alive would be a good thing. If I could get a few guys for the Mondays, I think Uj, T-Bran, and Rowley could do with a possible move upwards um, towards the Monday division with the more faster guys around their pace. And that will give opportunities, just like for Rowley and T-Bran to have wins. That will give more opportunities to the guys like Salvi, Kavachko, Tarkangino, Jamaican Jam, Quan, more chances of podiums and stuff. So I will try my best to do that, to get that sorted. So those guys can have a chance at wins and stuff. And hopefully I can recruit some guys for Monday so that we can keep both alive. But if I can't keep both alive, then it will be on the Tuesday.
Okay. And have you maybe thought of any silly season gimmicks so far?
Currently, no. I think for this last one, it may just be a standard sort of, unless I'll take some suggestions, but I think it'll just be a standard full quali at the end, full quali in the middle, and possibly a sprint race in the format of the 25%, because I know at least one of the divisions missed out due to my stupidity. So yeah, I'm gonna try and think of some things. You know me, I've got 2 weeks. I'm gonna do the wrap ups. I think RLT's got some interesting updates that I want to do, some overall stats and stuff for the Hall of Fame. So I love my stats. So we're gonna take a look into that. We're gonna get everything up and running. If people can get signed up, that would be great. Then I know what to expect and what to do. The calendar has already been decided, but the order has not. So
Okay.
we're going to try and put the real life tracks in order where possible, and then add in the rest of the tracks that weren't chosen last season into this season as a mix. So we're going to look at that, and we'll keep everybody updated in the Discord as per usual.
So that means 10 with a break in between, or 12 again?
It should be at least 10, possible 12, depending on the possible 12 with a break, depending on what happens with the announcement for the DLC.
Okay.
That's what we're all waiting on to find out.
All right. That is a wrap for us. If you enjoyed this, make sure to come back in roughly 2 or 3 weeks then for this. As who's gonna be on the comms. Nothing is decided yet. I'm hoping we're gonna find a solution that is gonna make this league continue despite the tough times with how sadly the games have evolved. But at least myself as a veteran player, I feel like there's some hope on the horizon, but we need to see some results sooner rather than later. And they're going to be probably working flat out after pumping out rather, probably mediocre DLC at best, because,
Well, let's hope there's at least something in there that will encourage people to play. I mean, if not for the new liveries, maybe the new deployment system. So let's just hope for the best. Let them give us something at least playable. And yes, the red flags will be off next season, because this is just a load of
Sad that it happened on the final one because
Yeah.
the other two were good. Like nothing happened
Yeah.
yesterday. Monaco last time was not buggy. Yeah, sad to see. Anyway, wrapping up. Thank you for tuning in. Congrats again to, obviously you didn't see this because there was no comms to this, but Andy took another championship. Ferrari took both of the constructors championship and both of the drivers championship inside of the season. Nothing the real life team could ever dream of. So yeah, they're on the back foot, probably against Mercedes right now, but let's see. Congrats again also to a great season by Rolly. First time really full-time driver inside of this league. Uj, great season. Didn't have him on the cards at the start. And some drivers will be asking questions on how this got so out of hand. Looking forward to more drivers going toe to toe. And obviously no bigger changes for now. Game and tracks are going to be still very familiar. So if anything, weather or different gimmicks could spice it up. Let's see what happens. Final one is going to be on in a couple of weeks' time. And thank you for everyone who took part, especially today. 20 drivers on the final race isn't too shabby. So take care. Have a great rest of the evening and see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.